Day 417. So this morning I did go to the eye doctor. I am running low on contacts, and everything was sanitized multiple times, and I am still on the same prescription, so it was a quick in and out. Washed my hands before, after, all the clothes I was wearing straight into the wash, etc. And then around lunchtime, the ruling came through. Austin is now officially under a shelter-in-place ordinance. And so Travis County and I think Williamson County as well are both. And it's going right now through April 14th. It may go further, all dependent on the virus, and probably will go further. All schools are physically closed and required to be virtual. Don't leave the house unless you need to for like necessity, or if you work at a place that is necessary for human life and interaction, like hospitals and things like that. Grocery stores, first responders, etc. So yeah, that's where we're at. And right as I was doing that came through, I decided to do a bike ride today. So I did what I'm calling my my bike loop. So I leave the house and bike essentially to work, but usually there's the last hill getting into the office. And instead of doing that, I just do a UE right before the 360 bridge and bike back. It's actually a pretty good ride in terms of physically pushing yourself, because you start out and you're slight uphills, slight downhills, just kind of getting you started, and then you get a little slight incline in the beginning. And then you get a nice roll down into some rolling hills, in which you can really roll into the incline, and then you get your incline, and then you go back down again and up and down, right? And so you kind of do that till you get to the light before 360, before the bridge, and before I would normally go up to my office. And then you do a UE, and you still have one or two rolling hills. And then you start getting the flat incline section, which leads to harder inclines and longer inclines. So you get to the last one, which brings you up to the peak of the ride, at which point you then have rolling downhill kind of with a couple little uphills. And then getting back to my house, there's a little bit uphill, but it's nothing compared to what you've done. So it's a very good ride. Only part is that the majority of it is in the sun, and I went out in a tankless, and so I do have some sunburn on my back, but you got to start that early, right? So you get a decent tan. Either way, next time I do it, I will be wearing sleeves. So yeah, on top of that, I also did some painting on the house. I'm working on getting, some of the house projects that I have done, although, I now have 3 or so weeks, to handle those. And there's, I'll probably get to the point where I'm I have no projects, I need things to do. Mentally, but days might blur together, but that's for another discussion and another time. Either way, I'm glad I was able to do that loop, and it's something that I will definitely be doing in the future, because the shelter in place does not include physical activity as long as you can social distance yourself. So I will keep being active and keep doing what I'm doing, because I need to lose the weight regardless of this whole thing.